Hi, boys and girls. I'm ready for our activity. I have my toolkit close by, and this is what you're going to need. Who do you think that is? That's Pete the cat. He doesn't look a lot like Pete yet, but we're going to think about Pete. If you haven't listened to the video, it's on today's story time. Now, it's not me reading it. It's the actual, I don't know if it's the author reading it, but it's somebody who knows how to read the Pete the Cat books well, because you got to get the rhythm of the Pete the Cat books, because it's all good. And you have to know the songs. So for the first three, it won't be me, because I think they do it so much better. But after those three, the next ones I will read with you. So get out your paper that says, let's label Pete. This is stapled on, so very carefully. I don't want to rip Pete. I took this part off. I'll stick it right up here for you. Okay. Of course, at the bottom, it says name. Now, that's where your name goes. Is there anything more important than your name? No. So when you write your name, even though it's easy because you've been writing it such a long time, that's where you put your best effort in. Now, this line shows me if I have any letters that go below the line, I'm going to pay attention to that. I don't start there, and there isn't the top line and the dotted line. There isn't that. So I have to just imagine it. I have to imagine the skyline. I have to imagine the plane line. But this is the grass line. And then anything under that would be the worm line. So we have to keep that in our heads, even though it's not going to be on our papers anymore. So when I write my name, Ms. Rudd, Ms. starts with M. That's a capital M. I am going to start up and pull down. I'm going to jump up and go back, slide down, slide up, slide down. There's my M. Now, Z, Ms. It's really an S. That's going to be not as big because it's a lowercase letter. So I'm going to put that next. Then I have to write my last name, Rudd. I need a capital R. Do you know what that is? Sure. And it's a tall letter R. We start at the top and pull down. Then we pick up our pencil, go back to the top and make the bump and slide down. R. Like up. That's the U, and it's lowercase. So we only go halfway, like where the plane line would be. And we pull down and up. Then we have to trace back down. That line's important. And then for my D's, Rudd, and I have two D's, even though you can't hear them, it's on the plane line, like lowercase, C. And then I go all the way up to the skyline, which I'm imagining, and pull back down to the grass line. And I get to do that letter twice. I like D's. They're kind of fun. So when you do your name, I hope you're thinking about how they're supposed to look so that they can fit right where they belong. Now, I really, really, really want to color Pete. What color would he be? He's blue. He's not like a real cat. He's a great fictional cat, and I love him. So, of course, I would be coloring him blue. Oh, and his sneakers? Well, you could leave them white if white are the ones you want. But if you're imagining that Pete stepped in the mud or the strawberries, you can decide. But you know what? Before I color, I'm going to do the important work of labeling. Now, there's all these boxes, and here are the words. Okay? So there's no lines. So really, as long as you put a word in each box and you draw the line, it will be okay. So let's look at the list right now. I always like to look and see if there's any I know. Sometimes if it was a line there, it would make it a lot easier. You know, like if it was going this way, I would know that that's probably going to say foot. Or if the line connected to this, I would probably know that was going to say heart. But we can't do it that way this time, so I'm going to look. I'm going to start with the first one. It starts with H. What sound? Now, nobody looked at their mom or dad and said, what does that say? Don't do that first. First, say, heart. That could be heart, couldn't it? Os, nos. Nos. Well, that E will make it say O, so it's nose. Nose. Good. Foot. Foot. Oh, this one's hard because it's not arm. Arm. But could it be arm? I hear the and the M. Arm. Ear. Ear. And t. And the A and the I go together. Ale. There aren't any of these words you can sound out. You just can't. But be a word detective. Try first. Always try first. Do not ask. Don't say, read these to me, please. Oh, be so brave and say, I bet I need to find something that says nose. Do you think it's on here? And then I am going to cut all around this shape. What shape is the paper? Shapes are everywhere, boys and girls, and it's something you're going to need to know. So always practice saying the names of shapes. When I get this cut out, it is a rectangle. And then, if I cut these two out, is it still a rectangle? No, now it's more like a square, isn't it? So I'm going to take them off. And if you want to do this with me, you can, or you can shut off the video and do it on your own. I chose the one with the H. Heart. Where is the heart? Pretty close to here, so I'm going to put it here. And I always put my glue in the rectangle. Okay? So it says heart. I'm going to take my pencil and make a neat line right to the heart. This one, arm. Arm. Must be arm. Well, this one already goes through it, so I'm going to put it next to this arm. Arm. And again, I'm going to draw a line. It's a little short one, but that's the arm. Now, what else is on this rectangle? This starts with an N. Let's cut that into two squares. And then when I cut this, now it's going to be two rectangles. Nos. Oh, nose. I see his nose right up here. So I'll put it in this one. You can pick whichever one you like. His nose. And then I'll draw a line to his nose. And then this one starts with ear. Ear. I would put that up here too. His ear. These words are not words you can sound out. You have to be brave and just try. Now we have one that starts with F and one that starts with T. What do you think would be down here that could be F or T? Not feet, but those two O's go foot. Foot. They only did one foot. So I'm going to put it on this side and draw my line. That's a foot. What do you think? T. A and I say A. T. Ale. Tail. Right next to the tail. Beautiful. Oh, and now I can't wait. The part I've been waiting for. I get to color Pete. Think about the color he is. He's not a regular old brown cat, is he? He is a blue cat, and that's what I'm going to work on. But I'm not going to color his sneakers blue. You might if he stepped in what? Blueberries. Do you remember how we color and we just move our wrist? I'm not moving my whole arm, am I? It's not an exercise like that. I'm just moving my wrist. And I might have to think again about what color is Pete's heart? Boy, I'm thinking. I don't have my book in front of me, so I might have to go find it. No, it's not on this other book I've got here. I'll have to think about it. I'm going to leave it because I want to make sure I make Pete look like Pete. I'm thinking it could be red, but Pete's got a lot of bright colors. It could be yellow. I think it's red. I'm going to check after we get done the video. You check too and decide. And his sneakers, well, I could do white if they're nice and clean. I could leave them just like that. Or if he steps in the strawberries, what could I put? Or the blueberries? Or the mud? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it can be fun. And if I leave them white, they also could just be wet, couldn't they? Yeah, but Pete doesn't care because it's all good. All right. Now down here, if you wanted to put in a little bit of grass, if you want to do all the details. But I think Pete's looking pretty good, and it's really good practice for you have muscles in your fingers too. So take your time and do a good job. And I can't wait to see it.